What up, world? This is the Madness Podcast. My name is Prime Suspect. This is DJ Dragon and D-Well.
All right.
This is show number 49. This is our first official video cast. It may come out. It may not come out, but we're testing it out. And we're on location right now. We're on location, as you can see. We're on location. Nah, just kidding. We're in the studio. We're testing out the green screen for the first time. And for the first time on the show, and we want to know how you like it. So remember, you can check us out on the website www.nomadsent.com, www.themadness.com. That's THEMADDNESS.com. Also, remember, do the survey, themadness.com/survey. We want your feedback on what we do for you every single day.
Please.
So I know we don't have a big screen in front of us to have the topic, so we all have our phones out with the topics. First thing I'm going to talk about, it just came out this morning. O.J. Simpson gets convicted. I think the sentencing is November or December, and he could face up to life in prison.
But for what? As you know, I don't really listen to the news. I don't watch the news, so I don't know.
We'll break it down, D-Well.
Okay. Several years ago, someone broke into his house, stole like all his old football stuff, his jerseys, shoes, footballs, trophies. He was in a trip. He was gambling. It wasn't Vegas, but it was
Reno.
Reno? Yeah, it might have been Reno. He found out that someone was selling the stuff that was stolen from his house.
Oh, hell no.
So he's like, I'm going to get my shit back, like you would or anybody else would. So he goes where it all goes wrong. He gets some of his friends together. Then someone has a gun. So it turns into armed robbery / hostage situation. And like they charged him with all this BS when he was just trying to get his stuff back.
But see, honestly, I think no matter what, the jury had they were biased, man.
Yeah, no way he could have got a fair trial.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think he got a fair trial because honestly, man, like if you're dealing with people that are willing to come in and break in and steal your stuff, then you gotta somehow protect yourself. I think he did it wrong by not hiring.
Bring a gun when you have like how many people he had with him?
Well, but what I'm saying, I think what he did wrong was not hiring a person that was like licensed to carry a gun, like a private investigator or off-duty cop or something like that.
And I don't even think the weapon was brandish. It wasn't even. He didn't threaten. They played because it was all on tape. He didn't say, don't move or I'm gonna kill you. He didn't threaten anyone.
Recorded the whole thing.
Yeah, that's why.
And that's the other thing.
Setup.
Yeah, exactly. Because
who recorded it?
The guy that was the middleman was the person that reached out to OJ and said, hey, I know somebody that's got your stuff. But what he wanted to do, I guess he was in trouble with the FBI on some. I was watching the thing on they had the live thing, whatever.
The guy who did the setup?
Yeah, like I guess
so
he was in.
Set him up to like get a plea for something else.
Yeah, exactly. Because he was in some shit with the FBI for some not Pam Anderson, but who's the chick that died in Florida at the Hard Rock?
Something Nicole.
Nicole.
And then Nicole Smith.
Yeah, he had some. He was in some shit with her or something like that, and he wanted to reach out to the FBI so they could give him a pass or whatever. I don't know. I don't really know specifics.
It's just all. It doesn't seem right. It just something smells bad there, And I feel. They said, just like the cops said, they had the cops on tape saying, we got him on something.
They said they couldn't get him to California, but we're gonna get him here. So they were already biased. You know what I'm saying? Like in this,
of course they're biased. He killed those two people. He got away.
I'm just saying, in the law,
the court said
you're innocent until proven guilty.
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Exactly.
But he still killed them bastards.
I didn't see no evidence. The glove didn't fit.
I'm sure that Nicole's family and Ron Goldman or whatever his name is, their family, they're probably happy because they believe that.
Well, they definitely not getting their money now.
Oh yeah, well I think they knew that already. Yeah.
So they might have been in on this whole thing too. I just feel bad for the guy, man. Feel bad for him. Sorry, OJ.
Sorry, OJ.
Yeah, boy, What's the guy's name who got him off the last time? Who passed away, his old lawyer that recently died.
Cochran.
If Cochran was there, he would have got off.
By the way, we're drinking, as you can see, in these chalices. DJ Dragon got some. What is that right there? Pick that up. Show the audience what we're drinking right now.
Right here, sipping on some mead.
We're back in the medieval times. We're hanging out with He-Man right now.
Where's the?
We're gonna go slay some dragons after we're done with this.
We're gonna go chill with Skeletor.
Bring the mead, wench. My chalice is almost empty.
So I don't know if you guys heard about this, but you remember the beginning part of? I think we've all seen The Dark Knight here, right? So at the beginning part of The Dark Knight, there was this situation where the Joker went to a bank, stole the money, and then he drove away in a bus, but then he did it when there was a million buses driving away at the same time. So he didn't get caught. Well, there's this guy that basically did kind of the same thing. I don't know if you heard about this, D-Well, but basically this guy, he robbed an armored truck that was making a drop off at the bank, right?
Right.
But he was wearing like construction, the orange construction vest, a blue construction hat, some goggles, and he robbed it like that, right? But what he did beforehand was he placed an ad on Craigslist.
Oh God.
Placed an ad on Craigslist, and he said, "I need actors to meet me here at this time wearing this construction hat, glasses,
well thought out
vest." So what happened was, and they were like, you know, it's for some type of documentary movie or something like that. And they were like, you get paid $28.50 an hour, right? It wasn't like $10 an hour or $13. It was like $28.50. So when you hear $28.50 for some type of movie, you call it kind of official, right?
You call into your day job and say, "Hey, I make more money here."
Right, exactly, right. So I guess what happened was he got away. He mixed in with the crowd, took his clothes off, and then got away on a boat. Because they found like some type of a
boat?
No, this is the guy. He got away on a inner tube.
Yeah, inner tube.
It wasn't a boat. Yeah, I didn't read the full story there, but I was thinking, God, this guy is a genius.
From Washington.
An inner tube.
Mm-hmm.
And they still haven't found him, right?
Nope. I think he got away with like $350,000.
Genius.
Or $300,000 to $350,000.
And I know it was a lot of money because when I read it online, it didn't give the amount because they don't like to. When someone gets away, they don't like to glorify it because they think more people are going to try it.
Right.
So they try to make it seem like a minuscule amount by not, putting them.
And
out.
did you know that most bank robberies, they really don't get away with that much money?
Right.
I mean, if you rob a bank, you're looking at maybe $5,000 to $7,000. Because if you just rob the tellers,
they don't keep that much money on the end, right?
You got to go into the vault.
Yeah, you have to go in the vault
to get that real money.
And I bet you there's not even money in that vault.
Probably.
Everything's so electronic.
Exactly.
It's like you go in there, it's like there's nothing in there. It's people's safe deposit boxes, maybe a couple of $100,000, if that. And then who comes in there and cashes $1 million check? No one. Who keeps that kind of cash money except for a moron like what's his name, Floyd Mayweather?
What?
That's only moron who keeps.
He cashed $1 million.
No, he keeps like $1 million in his house. Like
yeah, that's exactly $7 million worth of jewelry.
Moron.
Jacked. Fucking moron.
Speaking of moron of the week, I think we need to bring up the moron of the week.
Moron of the week.
Week.
So I guess we're gonna play on the green screen. We can play on the green screen, right?
No, we'll be in the way. We'll play it right now, but not in the green screen.
So we'll give some color commentary. Hey, D-Well, do what you do and give some color commentary.
I'm driving my car. Wait. I smell. Oh, propane! Oh God! Everybody run for your lives! What a moron! Man, shit was fast. This guy's so stupid. Look at his truck.
So yeah, that's the moron of the week right there.
That guy's what the hell? What was he thinking?
I don't know. That was great color commentary though.
Well, I smell propane and I'm driving a truck full of propane. What do? You just run. You don't get out. Is that? You run.
So he got like blasted back like 10 feet.
You driving a truck filled with chocolate milk and you smell chocolate milk. That there's a hole in the truck, dude. Just keep driving.
Exactly. So let me ask you a question. When you were a kid, would you stay up until I know I did this. I'm not gonna ask. I used to stay up until like 11 o'clock, and I used to watch Howard Stern on Channel 9 WOOR.
Me too.
And that's when I was just becoming. I was becoming a little man.
So you saying you used to jack off the Howard Stern?
No.
that's where it seemed like you were going.
But I just like looking at. There was some hot chicks.
Yeah. He had a lot of things.
There was some hot chicks on the Howard Stern show. This is before the E show, way before the E show. When he had like a studio, it was like in a studio.
I feel robbed because we didn't have Howard Stern on television here.
Wow.
In Florida.
Damn, you missed out.
I didn't start watching it until it came on E, like in maybe like 96.
This
I
was.
think they used to give it like right after the Robert Downey Jr. show, was it?
I thought the Robert Downey Jr. show was in the daytime.
No, they used to give that night.
Oh.
See, yeah, we had that, but we didn't have Howard Stern.
Yeah, they used
That
to
guy,
have that night.
he used to crack me
Man,
up.
I just broke my stylus. Anyway. So he got married to his longtime girlfriend after he got a divorce. He obviously
And he said he would never marry again.
Yeah, I remember hearing that.
She's hot. You think she would be with him if he wasn't Howard Stern? Because she's banging.
Hell no.
Nope.
That's the only reason why he can get hot chicks, because he's Howard Stern.
Would it bother you, if you were a person of means such as Howard Stern, to know that a woman's only with you because of your money? Would that bother you? Like, sitting at home, do you have real love?
Chicks?
Well, it all goes back to the TNA show that we had last week, where we were talking about old white guys and hot chicks. To them, it doesn't really matter. But granted, Howard Stern is kind of different because he's been in the game so long. He knows that women are so infatuated with him. He could probably get any girl.
You think women really want Howard Stern?
I think that women are different.
Famous.
Women are different because if you can make a woman laugh, that gives you a way more of a chance than if you couldn't make a woman laugh.
So you're saying size doesn't matter as long as you got jokes?
Well, I didn't say that.
I'm sorry. I misread.
I'm just saying, like, I think it has more to do with the fact that I don't think it has to do with just the fact that he's freaking rich as hell.
No, I think it has to do with him being rich and famous.
But then again, he did marry his first wife, who was attractive for a regular woman, and he didn't have any money when he met her. So maybe you
That's
are
true.
right, Prime. Maybe the humor does attract women.
It's seriously.
I didn't see that.
You remember that movie? The movie that
The movie?
the biopic.
It was a good movie too.
It was, man. And he played himself, right?
Yeah. And Robin played herself, and Jackie played herself.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
It's old school.
It was? How old was that movie?
Nah, it came out like 98.
Wow.
Come out a while back.
But yeah, I mean, me personally, I'm not really big on the whole love thing, that whole monogamy thing. But eventually, I'm gonna want someone who, if I'm getting old, I don't anticipate I would like to be well off, but if I'm middle class, just someone who cares,
Right.
But
somebody wash the dishes and mop the floor.
I didn't say that. That's what they make dishwashers for. She better cook my damn hot wings, though.
Well, so congrats to Howard Stern and his wife Beth Ortrosky. How do you pronounce that?
She's Russian, right?
something like that. Or Rotsky, she's
Trotsky.
Eastern European, something like that.
Man, all the same.
All right, so
Probably one of those mail order Russian brides.
next I'm
She's
going
a model, she was
to,
hot.
you know, you guys all know me. The people that
White
follow me on
hot.
Twitter, twitter.com/primelove, PRIMELUVA, and Dragon and D well know that I'm not really a big Apple fan.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Was this on the list? How do you find a way every week?
So
Okay.
they know that I'm not a big Apple fan, and
Got raped by iPhone.
one of the reasons why is just this next topic we're about to talk about. Okay, on Friday morning it wasn't even a news article. It was on CNN's iReport, and if you've never heard of CNN's iReport, basically CNN has this website where you can send in videos, and you can submit videos and stories and whatnot to CNN.
Most of the time it's a bunch of bullshit. But go ahead.
So there was this one iReporter who said that I have from a reputable source that Steve Jobs has just had a heart attack and he is going to the hospital, and their stock went from what did it say? Their stock dropped to $95.41 from $105.27 between the hours of 9:40 in the morning and 9:52. So for what is that? 12 minutes, you were able to buy the stock at, basically $10 less than what you would have been able to. But can you imagine how much money somebody would have been able to buy at that and then gain that back in those 12 minutes?
Well, I smell two things here. I smell either
Somebody did it maliciously.
yeah, in order to make money,
Exactly.
or I smell a lawsuit coming from Apple saying that, hey, this wasn't. Why would you put this on your website without confirming it? You've caused us to lose X amount of billions of dollars because you falsely reporting, you rumors basically.
But it's
Hearsay.
a rumor. Like,
But that's
just by the name itself, rumor doesn't mean it's a fact.
but
but
CNN that they didn't say this is the rumor section. They said I report. This is you go on CNN site, a reputable news company and station. You expect what you read to be news, the real deal.
But that's the problem with the news stations. Like, if there's a rumor, it's a rumor. You got to do fact checking before you
Exactly,
report it.
and that's why I'm saying if I was Apple and I was Steve Jobs, I would sue CNN.
Well, see, like my whole argument is that's another
America,
reason why,
super
not even
American.
just talking about Apple, but any corporation that solely relies on one person to build them up, to, it's live and die by Steve Jobs. Live or die by Steve Jobs.
He needs to
Not
not.
necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, it
Every
is.
single thing at Apple is made by Steve Jobs.
No, but that's not
He's
the
a
point.
driving influence.
But that's not the point. I mean, if their stock tanked when somebody thought that he had a heart attack, right? When it came out that they said that he had cancer, their stock dropped again. You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't want to invest in a company where if I invest all this money, if I'm a millionaire and I'm investing stock in Apple because I believe in that company, but then all of a sudden their CEO passes away, and then my stock is not worth anything.
So the stock dropped like 5 points, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would have to go on to see how much it, because I really don't follow Apple. That's not. I can't afford to buy it. First of all, I can't afford to buy the stock or most of their products.
You can afford to buy Sprint stock.
Yeah, I can afford Sprint stock, but I really smell lawsuit unless if they fluctuate 5 points during the day on a normal trading day.
Right.
And it's all good. Because I can't say if that was a big drop or not without researching to see how much they fluctuate within
With a given day, right?
Yeah.
That's understandable. But I think my point is still, I don't think you should invest in a company that lives or dies by the health or unhealthiness of one
Let me
person.
ask you
He's not
this.
gonna live or die. If he passes away, if he dies, doesn't mean Apple is dead.
I know it's not, but my money is gonna
Let me
be wiped out.
Do you think
wiped out? Well, Apple will continue on going somebody else would take the place, somebody younger, whatever. They'll follow the same path he's going.
The trend that it has been is if something were happening to Steve Jobs, Apple stock would definitely trade. It may take a year, it may take 2 years, it may take 3 years for it to bounce back. But still, who's to say that I want my money in the market that long? Do you know what I mean?
You be happy that your mortal enemy?
Nah, that's not my point.
The thing is, like, you also have to understand, Apple's not a day trader or short sell stock.
But some people, so I guess that person that did that story wanted it to be because
right. So it's trading at 105 a share. Like, people who are doing like day trading, or most people, a large percentage, and doing short trades are not. I mean, to actually make a substantial amount of money on that trade, you would have to. I mean, you would have to be trading millions, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And day trading. If you got money to trade like that, doing day trades and short trades.
So do you think they're gonna find the SEC is gonna look to see who bought during that time,
especially right now, and what's going on with the bailout and all the other problems we're having on Main Street and Wall Street? Yeah, they're definitely going to look into that. Lock them up.
So talking about Main Street and Wall Street, yesterday the House just recently approved. I know we're not going to really talk on politics that much because last week we went on a big rant.
Sorry,
but
you guys killed it.
But yesterday, the House approved the $700 billion bank bailout, and they had extra provisions in there. They had like
$1.7 billion worth of extra provisions.
Yeah,
and it's all because of this crooked. I mean, it's called politics, and I'm not going to go off this time, but it's sad that in order to get something that's going to help the country, in order to get a vote, they have to bribe senators to say, okay, we're going to give you this, we're going to give your district this, okay, if you approve this, if you vote yes. And it's bribery. I mean, if that was going on the street or at any other company or sports team, it would be considered bribery. You know, it's like that's the same thing as saying a cop, well, you know, I really don't want the points. I'm 1 point from getting my license suspended, so this ticket's going to be $300. So what if I give you, $350 to not give me a ticket? I would go to jail.
Right.
But they can get away with it with no problems.
What are your thoughts on that?
They're in the government for one thing, and also they got money. That's what it comes down to. They got money. Money fucking rules the world. It makes the world evolve. You ain't got money, then you fuck.
And it's so funny how things change. I was listening to an interview with Biden the other day, and he was saying that when he ran for his seat, it wasn't about who you know and all this. He said, it was a young kid when he got into politics. He wasn't rich. He's still not a rich guy. And he said all you needed was a clean record and barely a college education, because that's what the legislation is supposed to be. It's supposed to be regular people helping you to get your word out and get what you want in this country. But as you see it sure has changed a lot, and sad.
Pretty much everyone in politics already has money, or they came from a family of money, and it just keeps on cycling from there.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Like, the reason, like Biden, his net worth is like under $100,000. Like, he's not worth. He has one house, kid. He has a son who just got shipped off to the war. He's really a regular person on paper, as far as I know, from what's on paper. And that's really why I like the guy. He's good. He's like you and me, even more so than Barack Obama. I mean, honestly, he's a regular dude, not a millionaire.
So, what did you think about the debate, the VP presidential debate?
That was I felt. Honestly, I'm a Democrat, vote Democrat, but I felt sorry for her because she's just out of her league. She's a high school baseball player who just got shipped off to the big leagues, and they pitching 100 here. They pitching. Right. See, 100.
I think I kind of feel sorry for her.
Yeah, me too.
Because I feel like they used her.
Yeah, just because she's a woman. If it's anyone who's sexist and they try to throw that back on Barack Obama, it's them, because that's the only reason they picked her, because she was a woman.
Exactly. There was definitely more qualified people.
It's sad. I mean, it took 4 days for them to get that out of her. 4 days of drilling her. I don't know if they had to waterboard her or what at his ranch, but they took 4 days to put up that pathetic debate. I could have debated better on the topics. She wouldn't answer questions. They wanted to talk about foreign policy. She switches to energy and how Alaska has this. This is not about Alaska. This is about the United States of America, not one state or city or town or one hockey team. It's about the country and what's best for the country. She's out of her league. Sorry, she's hot though.
But they, like I said, they really did a good job preparing her for that debate, because a lot of people thought that she would choke. Yeah, and she kind of held her own.
It was pretty much.
It was way better than the Katie Couric interview.
Oh wow!
It was. If you haven't seen that, which I'm sure that you have, but I think we should show that.
Yeah. Sure, why not?
It was basically what they did to her. Say for instance, it's a boxer. You fighting Mike Tyson in his prime. It's pretty much, he's gonna throw hard punches, but we're gonna show you how to not get hit by him. And that's what she did. She evaded the questions that she knew she had no expertise in, and changed the subject whenever she could. And she did a good job of that. If it was all about changing the subject and evading questions, she would have won that debate.
Right, so we're going to play the Katie Couric interview with Sarah Palin right now.
Beep it, nomadsent.com.
Why do you think Roe v. Wade was a good decision?
Because I think it's as close to a consensus that can exist in a society as heterogeneous as ours. What does it say? It says in the first 3 months that decision should be left to the woman. Then the second 3 months, where Roe v. Wade says, well, then the state, the government has a role, along with the woman's health. They have a right to have some impact on that. And the third 3 months, they say the weight of the government's input is on the fetus being carried. And so that's sort of has reflected about as close as I think anyone's ever going to get in this heterogeneous, this multicultural society of religious people, as to some sort of, not consensus, but as close as it gets. I think the Liberty Clause of the 14th Amendment offers a right to privacy. Now, that's one of the big debates I have with my conservative scholar friends, that they say, unless a right is enumerated, unless it uses the word privacy in the Constitution, then no such constitutional right exists. Well, I think people have an inherent right.
Are there Supreme Court decisions you disagree with?
I'm the guy that wrote the Violence Against Women Act. And I said that every woman in America, if they are beaten and abused by a man, should be able to take that person to court, and meaning you should be able to go to federal court and sue in federal court the man who abused you, if you can prove that abuse. But they said no, that a woman, there was no federal jurisdiction. And they acknowledged I held about 1,000 hours of hearings proving that there's an effect on interstate commerce. Women who are abused and beaten are women who are not able to be in the workforce. And the Supreme Court said, well, there is an impact on commerce, but this is federalizing a private crime, and we're not going to allow it. I think the Supreme Court was wrong about that decision.
Why, in your view, is Roe v. Wade a bad decision?
I think it should be a state's issue, not federal government mandating yes or no on such an important issue. I'm in that sense a federalist, where I believe that states should have more say in the laws of their lands in individual areas. Now, foundationally also, though, it's no secret that I'm pro-life, that I believe that a culture of life is very important for this country, and personally that's what I would like to see further embraced by America.
Do you think there's an inherent right to privacy in the Constitution?
I do. Yeah,
That's
I do.
the cornerstone of Roe versus Wade.
I do, and I believe that individual states can best handle what the people within the different constituencies in the 50 states would like to see their will ushered in an issue like that.
What other Supreme Court decisions do you disagree with?
Well, let's see. There's of course, in the great history of America, there have been rulings that there's never going to be absolute consensus by every American, and there are those issues, again, like Roe v. Wade, where I believe are best held on a state level and addressed there. So, you know, going through the history of America, there would be others, but...
Can you think of any?
Well, I would think of any, again, that could best be dealt with on a more local level. Maybe I would take issue with, but, you know, as a mayor and then as a governor and even as a vice president, if I'm so privileged to serve, wouldn't be in a position of changing those things, but in supporting the law.
So, Palin, that right there that right there proved to me. I mean, Katie Couric basically asked her what other Supreme Court decision other than Wade versus Roe or Roe versus Wade do you not agree with? And she couldn't come up with anything. She came up with, well, I think it's for the states to decide and blah blah blah. And I'm like, you know, that just proves to me that you're not prepared. You may be prepared to be the mayor of a small town in Alaska. You may even be prepared to be the governor of Alaska, which probably only has like 1 million people, if that. I don't know. But you're in no way prepared to be the vice president, the next in line to be the president of the United States.
Biden cleaned her clock. Like, he had me. I'm like, man, this guy would probably pull a lot of chicks, man, because it's just like effortless. If they ask you a question, boom. You know, because you know it. It's just like asking you a question about your day job. You know, does this phone do this or this computer do this? You could answer, like, you know, bam. Her, it was
she kept on looking down at
look at my list, and oh, okay, we're talking about Taliban. Oh, the Taliban's bad. The end. What the hell is going on here? Is it serious? And he kept. It was so bad that he probably didn't even realize it, but Biden sighed like 4 or 5 times, like,
for real?
Oh my goodness, am I really debating this?
So the next presidential debate is on Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
I'll definitely be looking forward to that. But let's keep it moving. I want to talk about a cow suit, the police, pissing, and children. No.
Did you release one of your sex tapes already?
Oh my God.
Wow, chicka, wow, wow.
So there is this woman. She goes by the name of Michelle Allen of Middleton, Ohio. She was hired by what they call a haunted trail, some type of, for Halloween, you know, they're doing like a haunted house or something like that.
Trail, like OBT?
Well, you said it, not me. So she gets arrested in her cow costume, but she was arrested for chasing little children and pissing on somebody's porch. And we're going to show you the mugshot right now. To me, she deserves to get arrested. This is not her first time being arrested. She was arrested like 50 times, right, D-Well?
Yeah, for prostitution.
First off, if you've been arrested for prostitution, why would you want to hire somebody that was promoting some type of...
Man, they probably were going to pay her in crack or pay her, you know, $10-15. Like, they
ain't like it's a high profile job. You're just running around in a cow suit. They hire anybody off the street for that nonsense.
I guess that's true, because
they probably saw on the fucking street, like, hey girl, you wanna fucking put on a cow suit, pay you $10 a day?
Yeah,
and that's it. So they're gonna do like a background search, FBI check, and all that shit.
I guess that's true. So I just thought the picture was freaking hilarious. It's goes up there right with Nick Nolte's mugshot picture. Actually, we're gonna put those both right here.
Do it side by side.
So you can, and we'll put a poll on the website so you can tell us which mugshot you like better, Nick Nolte or Cow Lady.
How about we put the James Brown next to it too?
Yeah, put the James Brown on there.
So there you go. James
James
Brown, Nick Nolte, and Cow Lady. Michelle from Ohio. Last topic I want to talk about has to do with teachers and the teacher students. So basically there was this female teacher in Florida, here in Florida, in Orlando actually, and maybe not Orlando, maybe Central Florida area, and she got busted by the cops for having sex with her male student in the car, right? My issue is she got a slap on the hand. You know what I mean? In this day and age where, you know, that shit is not good and people are going to jail for years, me and D-Well, we know somebody that we used to work with. He got bagged by a sting. They did like the predator. What is that?
To catch a predator.
To catch a predator.
Hold on.
Did he show up on the show?
I don't know him like that.
Oh yeah.
He worked with us,
we worked together. And he got bagged and he's in jail for 10 years.
Knew
State
something
prison.
about that. He always used to like to draw those cartoons and everything. I said something not right about
He
that.
got bagged for, I mean, and he deserves it. He wants to have sex with, at first they said a girl, but no, at first the story reported a boy, and then they corrected it. They corrected it and they reported a girl. I think it was like a 15 or 16-year-old girl, and this guy was like, he was like 30.
He was driving miles to go get that.
Yep. Well, my thing is,
one side of the Central Florida to the next.
My thing is, if the police can do it right there, why can't they do it right in this situation? Basically, she got off with 5 years probation. She's not a registered sex offender. All because the cops did not have probable cause to go up to her car. You would think that, you know, the cops would do things the right way. And you would think that that's a fucking good ass fucking lawyer.
But since when have the cops done anything good? Like,
and that's exactly what I'm saying.
I'm thinking, you know, when I was 14, my teacher, she was hot, came up to me. Was this a hot teacher?
No.
Was she hot like the Tampa chick?
No.
why is it all in Florida?
It's all, man.
Damn, I wish I would have went to school down
I went to school down here and I didn't get any teacher action.
See, the thing is, excuse me, we were talking about this before the
chicks
show.
who were giving actions to teachers. But
real?
Whole nother story.
Wow.
I actually had pictures of that.
Wow.
Nice.
So my thing is, we were talking before the we were doing some pre-show, and I think we would have all said the same thing if we were in a situation like that when we were 14 years old and a hot teacher came up to us and was like, boom shaka wah wah. We would have definitely done it
right here or the cafeteria.
We would not. We wouldn't be able to keep that to ourselves.
No way.
No, you know you're gonna have to tell everybody about that.
That's bragging rights right there.
Hell yeah. But what he said, like, the one thing that'll fuck it up, the next guy, like, let me go ahead and try to get it.
But let me ask you a question.
And he's the one that's gonna fuck up.
Yeah.
But let me ask you a question. Do you really think that is taking advantage of? I'm talking about not girls, because girls are different.
No.
We're talking about boys.
I won't say that. And there's no girls or boys are different. A 14-year-old. Think back to when you were 14. You know what you're doing. And I'm not. It's wrong because it's the law that you shouldn't have sex with underage people. But sometimes you have to. They shouldn't just get off scot free. Like a male or female. It's like, okay, you had sex. You consented to have sex with this person. 2.
Right.
And I know you're not of age to make a legal decision, but
it's not a legal decision. But like, you're of age to fucking think
no,
straight.
Right. You could cross the street. You know how to catch the bus. You can catch the subway. You know that you're hungry. You can go to the bathroom and wipe yourself. So I don't understand how you know the law too. The law says that you cannot get banged by an adult and you cannot bang an adult. It's this, it's this way. You can't drink. You can't smoke cigarettes. You can't go to the army. You can't vote, and you can't bang adults.
Right.
So you should also. They should be penalized just as much as the adult is.
I agree. Like, I can understand maybe if you're like 6, 7, 8 years old, you probably won't be strict. But like once you hit a certain age, man, like 14, 15, you know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, you know.
Like if you're gonna trap somebody else, like say I'm over age, I'm 18, whatever.
You never
get a fake idea, it's a fake ID.
Yeah.
And you trap somebody, they go to jail, and your ass gets away scot free.
Just like the young lady here last year, she got like 3 or 4 dudes locked up. Her MySpace page says she's like 22, divorced. She's banging dudes. The parents find out. The one last guy actually found out she was underage, went and told her parents. And what did the parents do? They went and called the police, got the dude locked up.
That's fucked up.
You know what? After the second guy, I would have locked up the parents.
That's why what we need to do.
You know, fuck the kids. Lock up the parents. They're the ones who are supposed to like.
That's why if they have RFID chips embedded in everyone, everybody needs to have a scanner. Oh, okay. You're 21. Okay.
No, fuck that. We ain't trying to.
I don't want no chip, man.
Or like a barcode, like a Terminator.
Cause yeah, it's kind of scary now, friends. I mean, you can't even go somewhere, and especially being a guy. You try and talk to a chick, you don't know how old she is.
Right.
And especially with the way kids look now, male and female. I mean, a 15-year-old kid looks like a grown-ass man or woman.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Because like when I was a little kid, like the way like a 14, 15-year-old girl looks now, they didn't look like that. Like when I was at that age.
No.
Definitely not.
It's the
food.
Exactly.
And water.
The steroids. The steroids that they feed the animals.
It is. It's the the growth hormones.
Yep.
But and that's been scientifically proven. So if you want your kid to not be overly developed by the time they're in the 3rd grade, organic is all I have to say. I mean, it's a little bit more expensive, but organic foods, and your 6-year-old daughter won't have breasts. She won't have double D's, but in grade school.
So that is our show. Remember, you can check us on the website. The website is www.nomadsent.com. Check us on themadness.com. That's TheMaddness.com. We are on Twitter, twitter.com/primelover, twitter.com/DJ and twitter.com/DWEL.
That's it.
Also, big ups to Non-Steezy. Couldn't be here, but he is always here in spirit, and he's our boy. So that's our show number 49. This is the official beginning to the video cast madness, videocast and podcast. Check it out. We're gonna be on Vimeo, we're gonna be on YouTube, we're gonna be everywhere. Peace out.
Number 50.
Peace out. Have sex with whores that dress like cows.
And school teachers.
Yeah, and don't have oral sex with your 2-year-old. That's all I got to say. Look up the story. Just look it up.
And we out.
Peace.